Right now we are on Freestyle Fridays. Um, if you looked at the caption, then you know that we are talking about deportations are underway. They are happening right now as we speak. How y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about man time home, going to work? Immigration is already went underway, and we already have sent a lot of people back already. A lot. I mean, they've grabbed. Well, last time I looked, I know it was well over 500 people. Yeah, it was well over 500 people. I don't even know where the number is at right now. I'm gonna have to go back eventually and check. But my thing is this: they all knew this was coming, and they should have never been here in the first place. And a lot of people feeling some kind of way. They're like, "Oh, this is wrong. That wrong." No. And the thing is, it's funny when Obama was saying all this stuff when he was before he got elected. When he was talking all this stuff when he was running for his election, he was talking about this same way immigration is the same way Trump was talking about immigration. But everybody passed over that part. It was okay coming out of his mouth, but it's not okay when it comes out of Trump's mouth. And you know, sometimes I'm on these other social medias for a little while here and there, and I just look at some of the stuff that people say, and unfortunately, is a lot of us who are so ignorant, and they still keep thinking it's about Trump, and it's not about Trump. It's about this country, and it's about making this country better for the American citizens. And they act like they're not citizens of this country. If you're born and raised in America, no one else should be coming over here, taking your hard-earned tax money and getting to do what they want to do with it. What's up, Christopher? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. And you know, it's one thing I'm watching this one video, and it's illegal immigrant or whatever. They living well. Living well. What's up, Dark? How you doing? What's up, Dark Sword? They living well. Like you know, the lady's talking about how much money she spent on getting her nails done and all this other stuff. And this is somebody coming over here illegally. And we just handing them out this, handing them out that, handing them out this, and handing them out that. We're not even considering the fact that how much damage is this immigration is going to do to this country. And how bad this immigration stuff. And that's why I'm so glad that Trump got in office. He started pushing everything back, pushing these people back to where they came from. I don't feel no kind of way. I know some people say, "Oh, I feel bad." I don't feel no kind of way about it. I'm glad he going to work. I'm glad they getting them, and I'm glad they sending them back. Yeah, I'm glad they sending them back. I don't feel no kind of way. I know a lot of these people like, "Oh, this shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen." What should not have happened was Joe Biden opening up that border and just flooding everybody in this country like he did. Kamala Harris opening up that border, who was the border czar, and just letting people flood into this country like they did. And when I say they was doing damage, they was doing a whole lot of damage. And they shoved them in up all the black communities and the Hispanic community, and they left them to us and let us deal with it. And you still got some of these dumb-eyed mayors holding on to the sanctuary cities and saying, "Oh, well, we're going to keep them here." Why would you keep them there and let the citizens of your community have to keep suffering, and you giving these people stuff that you should be doing for for the people that was born and raised in this country? That don't even make sense to me. You should not be helping somebody who's not here more than someone who was born. These people they came from other countries, and they not under no type of duress when they came over here. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris said, "Oh, come to America. We'll give you this and we'll give you that." That's what they did. And that's the reason why we have what we have right now today. And I'm glad that we sending them back. I'm glad we sending them back. It don't make no sense what Joe Biden and them did to this country. And I don't care who you are. Y'all can sit there and say, "Oh, Trump is a racist. He this, he that." You don't even know what you're talking about. I have yet to find one person prove to me that he was a racist. And they still barking up that tree. Listen to these idiots in Hollywood and people off of MSNBC. They still listening to ABC and CBS and all these people that you clearly know they can't stand Trump because Trump don't do their bidding for them. And yeah, Dark, yes, thank you. They do their bidding for it. I don't care. And that's why listen, I want the smoke. If you want to debate that with me and you feel as though you know what you're talking about, show me where he's a racist at. I keep waiting for it. And like I told him before, I said when Black Lives Matter and Maxine Waters and all of them was pushing all of this, tear up the cities, tear up the cities, tear up the cities, and tear up the cities. They were the one inciting all that stuff. But none of them went to jail for it. They said Trump incited an insurrection, but if you look at what he said, it's nothing that he said anything in there about tear up anything, break up anything, destroy anything. But yet Maxine Waters was up there talking that stuff big time. The Democratic Party was pushing it big time when all that was going down. And not one of them went to jail for nothing. Meanwhile, they tearing up the cities. They tearing up Chicago, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, getting ripped apart. And then Trump, who cares about the black community, he sent the National Guard in there, and he the one said, send the National Guard and protect these businesses because when all this stuff calm down, these people are going to still need a job to go to. They're going to still need to find a way to take care of themselves. But you know what the problem is? They want to incite that stuff so they can have a reason to go steal and take something that belongs to somebody else. They was happy to go do it. So they can go steal sneakers and steal stupid stuff so they can be happy to do it. I know that's the part that nobody want to be honest about. They wanted, that's why they was okay. Oh, go do this and go do that. And they running through the cities and running into Walmarts and stuff and stealing and taking stuff. Why? Because they want to be a thief. And then these same people, I guarantee you, will sit there and say, oh, I love God and God is this and God is that. You don't see no God in them. Because they okay with that. And then you see these churches out here promoting this Democratic Party and what they've been doing for the last 4 years. And I rode past churches, I seen them having Kamala Harris. I'm like, wow. So y'all think that y'all okay with them telling that a man should be able to go into a woman's bathroom? Y'all think it's okay for a boy to switch over to a girl like that's possible? And y'all ordaining her behavior. You forgot what your scripture says. You forgot what your Bible says, and you ignored the Bible and served the government. And the government is not even following what scripture says, and you're supposed to follow scripture as a church that says they believe in Jesus Christ and believe the Bible, and you know that what they're saying is against the Bible, and yet you still campaign for them. And allow all these illegals coming over here, criminals coming over here. Because if you look at some of the ones that they've already deported and you look at that rap sheet, it's ridiculously crazy that they were still here and came back and came back and came back. Let me tell you something. The Democratic Party cannot stand America. They can't stand America. I don't know where it happened at, but I know for a fact that they cannot stand this country. Because if they loved this country, they would have never allowed that to happen. And when they seen how bad it was getting, they would have pushed the brakes and said, nope, this is wrong. It's not working out. Maybe they had something else in their head. But nope, they wanted to destroy this country. And they was hell-bent on doing it up until the last day. And I'm going to tell you something. The reason why, the fact that Joe Biden pardoned all those people tell you that they knew they was wrong. They knew what they was doing was criminal, and he pardoned them. How you going to pardon somebody you don't even know what he pardoned for? You're not even making sense. Yes, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate very, very much if you're on this live. Thank you very, very much. God bless you. But I'm telling you from the gate, they was trying to destroy this country. You can hate Trump all you want to, but you can't show me one thing that shows that Trump hates this country. You can't show me one thing that Trump does not show that he loves this country. And they keep trying to make it look like it's a black and white thing, and it's not. But not one of them got up there and when Trump was up there and doing his inauguration, he was thanking the black and Hispanic community for their support. And you still see them out there, oh, well, Trump is this and Trump is that and Project 2020. Y'all idiots, man. Y'all don't even know what y'all be talking about. That's how ignorant y'all are. Y'all don't even know what y'all be talking about. Y'all have no clue how a country is ran. You can't sit there and tell me you okay with this last 4 years that's been going on and you okay with that. You full of crap, you're not okay with it. Stop being submissive to the Democratic Party. They don't give a damn about you. They don't care 2 cents about your life. Because if they cared about you, they would have never brought these illegals, immigrants over here and shoved them in your community. But you mad at Trump. He didn't send them in your neighborhood. He took getting them out. They shoved them. Then they're going to say, what do you mean by black jobs? The jobs that going to be typically for black people, which is any job and across the board. But when they go do that job for that $7.50 an hour that you complaining about, that's not enough for you to live off of. When they go do that job for $7.50 an hour, because you complaining because you want $15 an hour, but they willing to do it for $7.50 an hour, and now you can't find a job because they're doing it for $7.50 an hour. Now what you gonna do? But y'all don't think about that. And now they're working for next to nothing. But yet, you good with that. You want $15 an hour. They said, no, we get them to do it for $7.50. Now, I can hire 2 people for the price of 1. And now but y'all keep hollering, oh, he talking about black jobs. See, okay. See, everybody's always got something to say until they hit their door. They complain about stuff until they hit their door. When they hit their door, then they say, oh, that's what they meant. That's what he meant. If Trump wants to make America great again, that's for everybody. That's not for white people. That's not for Chinese people. That's for everybody that's in America. And all the decisions that he has been making, all the executive orders that he has been doing has all been beneficial to the everyday American citizen, more so the working class. But y'all don't see it that way because y'all listen to some idiots that'll tell y'all something different. And y'all gonna ride with that. I get it. But I guess he wasn't a racist when he took Jennifer Hudson family into the hotel when they slaughtered her family and he housed them all up in Trump Towers for months on end with no charges, no nothing, just to make sure they was good until they was safe to be able to go. I guess he was racist then too. I guess he was racist when Mike Tyson was fighting all his fights and Trump had his name in the middle of it, help promoting Mike Tyson to me, not just Mike Tyson, Holyfield, a lot of the heavyweight divisional fights. You see Trump name all of them, but I guess he was racist then, letting these black people make tons of money. But I guess he was racist then too. I guess he was racist when Nelson Mandela was trying to get to America and the United States government said we ain't doing that and Trump paid the whole cost for it. I guess he was racist then too, huh? See, that's the thing about the ignorance that I hear about black people is that when y'all sit there and say he's racist, y'all have no merit to stand on because you can't prove it. You can't even prove that he was racist. You just listening to something somebody else saying and you're not doing your own homework and you fall into the same trap. But if you go look up any of the things that I said, I guarantee you're going to find it because it's not that hard to find. Trump used to be a Democrat. He wasn't no racist then. Trump supported Jesse Jackson's campaign when he ran for president. Was he a racist then? Racist people do not bang with the black. If you're white and you racist, you don't want no parts of black people. Zero. You're not going to help them. You're not going to spend no money. You're going to make sure that they're nowhere near you. Why would he spend that much time, effort, and around black people, dated black women? But I guess he was racist then too, huh? When you look at the show Apprentice, look how many black people was on there. And look at the positions that they held on there. But I guess he was racist then too, huh? And I'm looking at these videos, I'm like, wow, they still on that train, huh? They still on that train. But it's okay. You can stay on that train. Because for us, and like I keep telling people, it's not about Trump. He was the front runner. And he was the one talking about America first. America first is for everybody in America. Not trying to take care of Ukraine, not trying to take care of all these other countries and trying to take our money and spend on all this stuff that don't benefit no American citizen whatsoever. Not one thing that they've done in the last 4 years has been beneficial to American citizens. Nothing. But y'all keep trying to make Trump the enemy. And like I said, it's not about Trump. It's about America. But Trump is the one that was a front runner, taking losses to become president. Nate, you tell me one president prior to Trump that took a loss to become president. Not one. Trump is the only president that took a lost money to become president. The rest of them got multi-million dollars to become president and after president because they were stealing your money in the process. How your net worth? How's Obama net worth 70 million, 80 million? What industry did you run? I know what the president job pay. So what industry did you run? What business did you run to become that wealthy? Nothing. Off of American taxpayer dollars, they funnel their money back to themselves. And all of this bullcrap that they keep telling you they're doing, they're not doing. But y'all gonna keep riding that. Y'all gonna keep riding that. That's why I'm glad we deporting all these criminals out of here. I'm tired. $6,000. $6,000 in the hotels that they were staying in. That's what the government was giving them. These hotels, $6,000 a month. $6,000 a month. Your tax dollars, $6,000. That's not including the cost that they was using to fly them over here because the governor of Texas was putting his foot down, said we're not doing this. So what did they do? They went over there and they started paying to bring them over here, flying them over here. and they started flying them over here. Flying. And you're right. She ain't capable of running this country. She ain't capable. Kamala Harris isn't capable of running anything. She's not capable of running. To me, I don't think she should be allowed to drive. I'm dead serious. And I ain't even trying to be funny. But she's an airhead. Anybody sit back and listen to her long enough, she is a airhead. When they asked her about the border, she didn't. I've been to the border. Yeah, I've been to the border. Well, I'm going to the border. And then I forget what state she said, what country she said she. Well, I haven't been to something. What are you talking about? And still, these people voted for this. That tells you that something upstairs is missing when you vote for somebody that dumb. If you vote for somebody that dumb, something upstairs is missing. Something is clearly upstairs missing. And that's why I'm so glad that Tom Homan is doing his job and he putting his foot to the ground, getting these illegals up out of there. $6,000. Listen, I guarantee you that the vast majority, you ain't gonna find nobody in America that got $6,000 a month to pay for a hotel. Very little you gonna find people that got $6,000 a month to pay to stay in a hotel. $6,000 of your tax money, my tax money, is going to house people from another country in your face. Meanwhile, you are literally tears running out of your eyes and you trying to make rent for yourself. Thank you, First Man. You tears running out of your eyes. You don't even know how you're going to make it in the next month or the next week. And they got $6,000 to give to these illegals over here. I'm going to tell you what they really doing. That $6,000, them hotels that they paying it to, find out who owns those hotels. And find out the connection between the politicians and the hotels that they putting the money in. And then you're going to see exactly what it's all really about. Real talk. And I'm telling you, you on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Listen, if I don't care if you can't stand Trump, you better pull yourself out of it. Get to know what's really going on. Get both sides of it. Real objective decision about why you on the side that you on. Because most people that's doing it, they ignorant and they don't know what they talking about. They talking out of ignorance. I'm telling you that because I was one of them. I was one of them. Because I wasn't extreme, but I'm like, but after a while I was like, wait a minute, something don't add up. They would never tell you that why gas prices went so high so fast when Joe Biden got in office. You ain't gonna see it on the news. You ain't gonna see it on no other network. They not gonna tell you that as soon as Joe Biden got in office, he gave away all that reserve. All that oil we had, he gave all the reserve. Then he started shutting down all the drilling. What's up, RG dog? Yeah. Then he started shutting down all the drilling. You want to know why they did that? Because they wanted to force you to buy these electric cars and this electric gender. Why? Because they had all this money tied up in that so that they can make another boom. What's up? Unknown Opinionoid. What's up, bro? How you doing? Welcome back in. Welcome back in. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. And I'm telling you, that's what they did. And this is everything that these Democrats was doing when they was in office is to funnel money back to them and take advantage of the American taxpayer citizen. That's the reason why Joe Biden pardoned all these people, because they all knew what they was a part of the criminal stuff that they was doing. And he said, listen, because we gonna get out here, Trump will come for us. I'm gonna give everybody pardons. So we be good after the fact. Why would you, if you ain't did nothing wrong, what you need a pardon for? What do you need a pardon for if you didn't do nothing wrong? Fauci? Dr. Fauci, whoever he is? Why would you give him a pardon if he didn't do anything wrong? And listen, he is one of the biggest criminals of them all. He lied that all that COVID stuff, he was lying. But y'all won't go look that up neither. Listen, you go find out, go really dig, and you're going to find out, man, they pulled a big one on America. And they knew that if Trump was to win in office, it was game over. So the only last thing they could do to defend themselves was to give everybody pardons. But here's the thing, they pardon them federal-wise, but the states can still step in and do something if they wanted to. But here's the thing, like I said, I'm glad we got the deportations on its way. I'm glad they're getting these illegals up out of here. I'm glad they're going. And I hope they just keep on the gas and don't let up until we got the vast majority. I know they're not going to get everybody. I know for a fact they ain't going to get everybody. But I want them all going. I want all of them going out of here because they got to go. Because I listen, as an American citizen, I want to see the American citizens take advantage of America, the land on which you was born and raised in. No one else should be coming over here and getting by far extremely more benefits and access to stuff that you can't get. I don't care if you can't stand Trump. You're still an American citizen, and it should be for you. Because you were born and raised on this country. And you let these white KKK liberal people keep you telling y'all this stuff, and they the ones pushing. They're the biggest racists of them all. If you look and you really pay close attention to it, if you love the black community so much, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, all of these white liberals and all of this stuff, why would you bring other people from another country and dump in our neighborhoods, in our communities, if you love the black community so much? If you cared about the black community so much, why are they dumping them? Why would you bring all these illegals over here and dump them in our community and then start paying for everything for them and not for us? Let you not pay your rent and they'll evict you. You'll get evicted because you can't afford to make your rent. But are they going to kick that money in and pay your rent? You got $6,000 for illegals. You got $6,000 to get to these landlords that lost all this money. And to help the people that were standing there to catch up. If you got $6,000 just hand out. If you got all this money to be paying to fly these people all over here, why you not? Listen, I'm not one that push reparations. I don't care one way or the other. But if you got all this money to give everybody over here in Ukraine, all that, why are you not giving it to the black community if you care that much about the black community? Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. Why none of that money y'all was talking about? Why y'all wasn't lobbying to get money and spend it in the black neighborhoods? But I'm going to tell y'all what they did, though. I want y'all to go look up the platinum plan that Trump put into place in 2019, right? It's called the platinum plan. And there was $500 million left that Trump never got to spend because that platinum plan was for black America. That was for the black America. And there was $500 million that never got spent out of that money. Guess who they gave that money to? Illegals. Bet you didn't know that. ABC, MSNBC, none of them told that story, did they? Go look up the platinum plan because what people forgot was Ice Cube was the one who was trying to talk with them, and they came up with something, and they got the platinum plan. And they funneled money in there for it to be specifically for the black community, black and Hispanic community, to help increase business and give opportunity, and they would target areas. And guess what Joe Biden and them did with that money? The ones that love the black community so much, they took all that money and gave it to illegals. They took that money and gave it to illegals. But Trump is the racist, right? Okay. I laugh at him. I say, because y'all don't really know what y'all talking about. Y'all clueless. If you on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very, very much. I really am. I'm extremely grateful if you does. If you do it, I appreciate it. But I'm telling you, the fact that they are deporting these people, we need it. It got to go. It got to go. If they stay here too long, it's going to be extremely damaging to the United States of America. Because at some point, the pot's going to run dry. And then they're going to become desperate. And they already dumped a bunch of criminals over here. But what's going to happen is the ones that's not criminal-minded is going to become criminal-minded because now they become desperate. So now we got America's criminals, and then we got all these other countries' criminals too. And then we got the people that are made criminal out of desperation. They got to go. We can't have this over here. For anybody on this live, I appreciate it very much. Hit the like button, subscribe button. But here's the thing. If you really feel good about letting illegals come over here, then you should call immigration and say, I will sponsor one. I will sponsor them, and we don't want no tax money from nobody. If you want illegals in your country, in the country so bad, then why don't you get in touch with immigration, and then you would tell them to send them all to your home, and then you take care of them off of your dollar and off of your back and off of your effort and your time, and then that way you can show how humane you really are. That's why I know y'all full of crap when y'all say it. You really don't believe that because if it was at your door and in your house and you had to be responsible for them, you'd be ready to send them back too. I bet you'd be ready to send them back. So, but what you want is you want them to come over here, but you don't want to deal with them. They didn't, when they sent them and they was over there in Martha's Vineyard, what did they do? Kamala Harris and all of them sent them. Nope, they can't stay here. And they dumped them in New York. They dumped them in Chicago. They dumped them in Philadelphia. And all the places with Democrat cities, sanctuary cities, which is Democrat ran, which is the vast majority of black and Hispanic communities. They gave their own voters the middle finger and said, F y'all going to take care of them and y'all going to provide for them no matter what. They're going to come and eat up all y'all. They're going to eat up all your resources because we rich and we wealthy. They can't stay around us. But Trump is the racist. But this is what they're doing to y'all. This is what they're doing to black and brown people, Hispanic people. That's the reason. That's why I got a little more respect for the Hispanic people because they voted for Trump at a large amount. Then the only people that stuck with the Democrats is vast majority of black women and a lot of black men, and which to me shouldn't even happen. That hurt my heart because I'm like, y'all really that ignorant? Y'all don't know what's going on? It's affecting you the most. And you okay with that? It's you that's being affected by this. Roland Martin ain't being affected by this. MSNBC, ABC, none of these people that's talking this stuff to y'all, it don't affect them because they got gated communities. They got rich and they got wealth. They got security guards and they got guns and stuff around them. This stuff is not going to happen to them. It's going to happen to you. It's going to be in New York, and you're going to have to deal with the crime and the criminal behavior, not just your own criminals, but the criminals that they brought brought over here too. And then these very same people will tell you, oh, you don't need a gun. You don't need no protection. You don't need to carry no, you don't need, they make it extremely hard for the everyday citizen who ain't out here hurting nobody, just want to feel safe and protect themselves. They don't want you to have a firearm. But then they bring all that criminal stuff right to your door. So you can be subject to the criminals, but then tell you, no, you shouldn't have a gun. How stupid is that? Where y'all gonna be at when these people do something to me? But that's how stupid that is. That's why I tell people, if you better look at these gun laws before you go move somewhere. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't believe anybody should be in America. We got to get off that racial stuff. Be honest with you. We need to stop it. When it comes to that, and we shouldn't. I don't think we should address anybody by race. Unfortunately, we're in a country where it's just thrown around so much you kind of got to do it. I don't like addressing people by race. I just feel like we should be Americans. And that's real talk. That's just how I personally feel. Now, everybody ain't going to agree with that, but that's how I first person feel. Because when we get all that out the way, we can get all this racist talk out the way, and we can start thriving and be the greatest country ever all together. All together, we should be the greatest country all together. Listen, we as American citizens. What's up, Classic Car Finder? Man, I love classic cars too. I like that name. Is that Finder? Yeah, Finder. Anyway, listen, we should be all Americans and we should always work together. That don't mean we have to 100% agree on everything. But we're all Americans and we should all work together for a better America. Because if you're born and raised in this soil, this is your home. This is where you live. No, I'm your fourth cousin, but I don't know who you are. Nah, I really don't. I ain't gonna lie, I don't. But I guess at some point we'll find out. But yeah, like I said, this is a country, this is where you live. You're supposed to embrace your country. And regardless to, listen, as much as I wanted to like Joe Biden and I wanted them to, I don't want them to fail. I didn't want them to fail, but unfortunately they did. They felt horribly. And we still, listen, it's going to take years to get out of this mess. But that's why, but if you don't change course immediately, quickly and swiftly, you're going to have the same problem over and over and over. That's where it goes wrong at. You're going to have this problem and it's not going to go away. That's why I'm glad when Trump got in office, he was like, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing that. We're not doing this. And he can listen. When you go to buy a house, it is like it should not cost that much money to purchase a house. I'm not talking about what you put on a house. I'm talking about all of the red tape to get one. Yes, Chris, for real, they tried to destroy this country, but I'm going to tell you something, man. The people that voted for Trump, they don't realize, they know what we were voting for, but the people that did not vote for Trump really don't realize what we did to save this country. But they're going to find out as time progresses. They're going to find out as time progresses. Now, some people keep bringing up tariffs and all this stuff. First of all, listen, we need to make more stuff here in America. Because if we don't make more stuff here in America, what's going to eventually happen when these other countries are already making a lot more stuff than we were making before? Now we're going to be at the mercy of what they say. And then they're going to be able to dictate what we pay for it. Because now they got all the resources that we supposed to have here. That's why Trump is trying to bring back businesses and manufacturing, making stuff back into this country. Because if we don't do it soon, we ain't going to have a country. All of our resources is going to be outsourced to everybody else, and then they're going to be able to control what you have and what you get. And then they're going to be able to dictate the prices of what you pay for. So I agree 100% why Trump is doing what he's doing, because I see how he's trying to fix it. We should be making more stuff in America. not making stuff over here and companies. So I'm not saying we can't buy stuff from other countries, but we need to make sure they paying we need to make sure they're paying their share. What they don't realize what Trump is trying to do, he's trying to take the tax structure off of the everyday working American citizen. But in order to do that, he got to make these other countries pay. So you don't have to keep paying all these high taxes. But if you keep having to pay all these high taxes, that's why we paying them. Because government is inflated, extremely inflated. If you look at the money that we spending in government for stupid stuff, that's why I'm so glad they got Doge, and I'm glad he picked Elon Musk to do the job. And I know Vivek was going to be in there with him, but I think Vivek is probably getting ready to try to run for senator in Ohio or something like that. That's my that's kind of what I got wind of, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyway, I'm glad because here's the thing: when Elon Musk bought Twitter, everybody said that was a bad decision because Twitter at the time that he purchased it was bleeding money. Bleeding money. Elon Musk went in there and he cleaned house, got rid of all this stuff. He ran that country right now over 20% of the staff. You ain't heard Twitter talk about bleeding and losing money anymore. You know why? Because he got rid of the unnecessary fat. That was in Twitter. So you go to the government and you start looking for ways to save the taxpayers' money so that Trump can implement a tax relief program and get rid of all of these unnecessary taxes that we're paying. And then you can get your money. And if you decide now your paycheck is going to be more in your pocket. That's for everybody that's working class. That's how you take care of your people. That way they can have their money in their pocket. And listen, if your paycheck is bigger and it's going further and you get more money and they ain't overtaxing you, now you can do what you want to do with your money. You ain't got to let the government ain't going to tell you what to do. You get to do with your money what you want to do. Here's my point. The government takes your money and they say, oh, we're going to give you $5,000 to help you buy a house. How about you stop taxing me and I can save my $5,000 and do the same thing. But then I might not want a house. I might need that $5,000 for a car. I might need to buy my kids clothes. I don't want y'all to keep telling me where I should spend my money. And I agree. We shouldn't be paying Canada like that. Listen, there's a thing, there is a point where it becomes unfair to America. When it comes to that, it becomes unfair to American citizens to keep paying all of these taxes for stuff that we really don't need. Here's the thing, and this is what they don't tell you about it. When you got oil, and if you understand what oil does, oil runs its fingers through everything. And I know some of y'all might know, a lot of y'all might know this, some of y'all might not. Please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button. Some of y'all might know this, some of y'all might not. But oil runs its fingers through everything. So the minute the oil prices start to go up, everything follows. Everything follows. Plastics, oils in everything. And I'm not talking about just making gas and putting it in your car and driving. Fingers is in everything. So when Joe Biden got in office and people say, hi, this is why it went so bad. Because when he got in office, he got rid of all of that reserve. He got rid of it. Trump had a massive amount of oil and reserve. Joe Biden decided to get rid of it and gave it to China. And then when it got so bad, then he had to try to go find some from another country. And you know what they did? They said, well, yeah, we'll send it to you, but you're going to have to pay $130 a barrel. So now that jumped on the American taxpayers' dollar. Now we're paying more money for gas. And now your electric goes up, your gas goes up, your energy cost goes up, the food goes up, everything goes up. That's how stupid they were. That's how stupid they were. They did not care. They just kept going. And then Kamala Harris said she wouldn't. She said out her own mouth, well, I don't see anything that I would have done differently. You mean to tell me you wouldn't have tried to get eggs not being $8 a carton? A dozen? That's okay with you. You telling me that the prices of everything right now is okay with you, that you wouldn't do nothing different from Joe Biden. I'm so glad you didn't win. I'm so glad you didn't win. I'm so grateful that more Americans have common sense than I might have thought. Now, don't get me wrong. I knew Trump was going to win. The only thing I had me worried was how much the Democrats was going to cheat. But all of that oil reserve he gave away. And then you had to go beg another country to sell it. And a couple of them was like, no, we ain't doing it. So you had to pay all these high prices to get oil and stuff back over here and try to bring down the cost of gas for American citizens. When all you had to do was leave it alone. You could have went into office and left everything the way it was, and you'd have been fine. You look like a hero going out of office. Now you look like a buffoon, a moron. But you look like a hero, Trump. I mean, Joe Biden would look like a hero coming out of office. He would have just left things alone. But no, you went in there with a vengeance. You went in there with a hate towards Trump and did not realize that everything you was going to do was going to be detrimental to American citizens. You did not care. Y'all just wanted to go after Trump. That's all y'all cared about, because he was getting it. Because when he was in office, he was in y'all pockets to the point where y'all could not handle the fact that he was not lobbying for y'all no more, like the rest of these politicians do. You look at one of the last votes they did. These Democrats they voted against keeping men out of women's sports. Democratic people, politicians, voted to keep. They want to keep men going into women's bathrooms and women's sports and stuff. They think that's okay. Democratic politicians voted for that. Now, if you okay with that, and you think that's okay for men to go into women's sports and knock the hell out of them, it is what it is. I'm not okay with that. I ain't gonna never be okay with that. Why would you be okay with a man going in there and into a women's sports? They competed against other women and girls, and then some man comes along and take all their scholarships and all of their accomplishments away, all because he was a man and he knew he could do it. When she put all of that effort into it, competed against all these girls, and some man comes along and takes that all away. How fair is that? How fair is that? Y'all think that's right? If you want this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it very much. I really, really do. I had it up the hill with the stupidity in this country. And I'm not saying Trump is perfect. He's not. He's far from it. He got flaws just like the rest of them got flaws. But I'm looking at policy and I'm looking at what he's doing. And I have to evaluate it and say, is that beneficial to American citizens? And for the most part, it is. But when I look at the last 4 years of these other idiots that was in office, nothing that they did was beneficial to American citizens, but it was a lot they did that was beneficial to Ukraine and all these other countries that they kept funneling the money to. Because honestly, there's not going to Ukraine. I guarantee you somebody getting a lot of that on the back end somewhere. But it probably done bounced to 15 to 16 different accounts before it got to them. So it'd be hard to trace it. To tell me the Democratic Party love criminal behavior. You don't think Democrats love criminals? Then go look at all of the cities that Democrat politicians run and look at how many criminals are running rapid around in the places that they run, and they still haven't done nothing about it. They don't want to fix it. They ain't going to fix it. You know why they don't want to fix it? Because it's beneficial to have the criminals in their community, because that's how they make their money. And they don't care. Your skin color don't matter to them, because a lot of these Democratic politicians are black, and you're doing it to their own people. But they'll sit there and keep telling you about Trump. But listen, if the city of Philadelphia has a black mayor, Chicago has a black mayor, Baltimore, Maryland has a black mayor. Their leaders are all black. So why are their communities so shitty? Excuse my language. I really don't like to use that language. I really don't. But I'm just pissed because I'm tired of seeing these black leaders doing it to black people like this. And it's getting under my skin because it's wrong. And they continuously doing it. And you will hope that they would get in a position like that, and then they would shine and do the right thing by their very own people. But no, you know what they do? They did the very opposite. They stealing from their own people, and they keep trying to act like they're not doing it. They doing it to their own people, and they act like they're not doing it. And we keep falling for it because we keep voting based on skin color and not on merit. or capability? Or are you really, listen, are you really, do you really have the people's best interest in heart? And 9 times out of 10, they don't. Look at Tiffany Henyard in Dalton County. Look what she did to her people. How could you possibly be okay with this stuff? We should be, as the black community, should be outraged from what the black politicians have done to their very young people. And we need to stop voting for them. And I'm not saying because they're black. I'm talking about because they're not right. And we need to look for some quality black people that really cares about your community. It should not be because of your skin color. It's just because you are. And if they happen to be black, that's great too. That might, for some people, that might be icing on the cake. Yes, that's encouraging. What's up, 47? What's up, man? How you doing? How's everything going, bro? Hope all is well, man. I hope you're being safe out there on that road. But yeah, if we can find some quality people in our communities to run our cities and run as mayor and stuff like that, we got to stop looking at skin color and looking at, are they really, really qualified? Because I'm going to tell you, we're not doing the right thing. You can't say, you look at Chicago, right? And the lady Lightfoot, the one that they had before that, they went from bad to worse. They wouldn't like me as mayor. Hey, don't get me wrong. I probably should, and I've given it some thought, but I'm going to be honest with you, 47. If I was mayor, they would hate my guts. And listen, I feel like Trump did, and Trump said this years ago. He said, and I'm like this, if I was to run for the mayor, let's say I ran for the mayor of the city of Philadelphia, I ain't going to lie to you. It won't take me long to clean up the mess. But I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of people be pissed off at me because I'm not going to do it the way they would do, the way they do it. I'm a no-nonsense type of dude. I mean, I'm very nice to people all the time. I'm respectful as all I can be. But I'm going to be honest with you. If I had the city of Philadelphia and I was running the city of Philadelphia, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up City Hall. I'm going to get rid of everything that we don't need. Number one. That's going to be number one. I'm going to get, and that's where they're going to get pissed off at me because I know a lot about the city of Philadelphia they've been taken advantage of. And don't get me wrong, if I felt like if I could do it, I probably would. But that would be the first thing. The second thing, the other thing I'm going to do is I will push for store owners and everyday people that live their life every day. I would encourage them to carry a firearm. And in the city of Philadelphia, that is not popular. But I would encourage them. I would put these criminals right on notice. And I will put criminals, day one, this will be me day one. And I know this is not popular. Believe me when I tell you, I know it's not. And I've said this before. Day one, I will have a whole big new, and I said, listen, I'm putting all criminals on notice that I am encouraging all store owners, business owners, and everything else to make sure y'all got guns and make sure y'all ready. If they coming in your store with bad intentions, just eliminate them. I hate to say it that way, but this is the only way to, listen, if they don't feel no threat when they go into the store, they're going to keep on doing it. And then I will set aside a fund, right, to protect businesses against legal matters to make sure that they don't have to suffer and lose everything that they have because some criminal came in and did some dumb stuff and tried to rob and steal and kill people in their stores. And I'm not talking about little petty Steve and stuff like that. I mean, you have to really use the logic, but you understand my point. But if I'm a criminal and I know I'm out here doing bad stuff, like, man, I ain't going there, man. They're not playing in these stores no more. You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's why you don't have that problem in Texas. Now, y'all got a little bit of a heat, maybe in Houston, but you understand why. But that'd be one of my first moves. That'd be one of the first things. Then I'm going to cut. My biggest thing is going to be is to try to bring down homeowner taxes. the taxes on homeowners. And I'm going to find a way to make sure that, honestly speaking, I wish homeowners didn't have to pay no taxes. I'm going to try to find a way to keep citizens from overpaying homeowners taxes when they pay their houses, when they own their houses, that they don't have to pay homeowners taxes, because I just feel like it's wrong. They work their behinds off. They should not have to. That's what I mean, property tax. You're right. I feel like they work their behind off, and if they work and they put in the time, they should not have to pay property tax. It should be froze. They should never have to pay property tax again. Once their house gets sold and someone else comes and buy it, then that's when it restarts again. But as long as they're in their home, they should never have to pay property tax again. Once you hit the age of 55. I'm not talking about 62, 55. Bam, over, done. And I will find a way to do it. I will find a way to do it, because I guarantee you there's a whole lot of wasteful. Listen, the city of Philadelphia right now, they already ready to spend $100 million on some drug programs. Yes, especially. They get ready. The city of Philadelphia is getting ready to spend $100 million on a drug program to try to fight against this opioids and all of this. The city of Philadelphia and Kensington have a big drug problem. And don't get me wrong, it's a big drug problem. But here's what if you ride down in that area, right? This is what you see. You see heroin addicts all over, bent over and standing, they messed up. But you also see the police sitting out there with squad cars, running engines. Nobody's getting arrested. They're told not to do anything. And they've been doing this for years. And this is why I keep telling people that the city of Philadelphia is hiding the crime rate under these stupid programs. They got another one they're working on right now to they decriminalize, they don't want to call it criminal, and they're giving these people options to get treatment or to go to jail. And then they're going to expunge their arrest if they decide to go through these treatments. That's not for the people. That's so their criminal record will look like it went down. So that when they run in the campaign, they can say, oh, our crime has came down because we did this and we did that. And the reality of it is crime ain't went nowhere. It's just not being reported no more. That's the end. The other thing is people stop calling 911 because no one's showing up. That's the other reason why crime ain't down. But they're going to keep spewing it over the airs and say, oh, no, crime is coming. No, it's not. I'm telling you it's not. I know for a fact that it's not. Nothing changed. They just not reporting it no more. And my thing is this, is that those are the two things that I would do. And I'm be honest with you. And then the next thing I would do is I would try to make Philadelphia one of the greatest tourist attractions again. And then I would make it extremely, extremely business friendly. And I guarantee you that it will be booming so much that we will have so much revenue coming in Philadelphia because it'll be the hottest place to want to be. And then that would take the burden off of the people that work in the city of Philadelphia every single day. And then we just have to manage that money well by not spending on stupid stuff that we don't need to do. If you're not a hard-working, tax-paying citizen of Philadelphia, you don't get no benefits. Start cutting all that crap off and watch your city thrive. The mess is going to leave because it ain't nothing there for them. The great is going to come because they want to be a part of something great. And it ain't that complicated. No problem, bro. God bless you, man. God bless you. Be safe out there. And that ain't that complicated. It really isn't. They don't want to fix it because they don't. If I'm a judge and if I'm a prosecutor and I'm a judge and I wanted to bring down, if I brought down crime too low, that means I'll be bringing myself out of a job. Hey, yes. Definitely pray for God to send revival. And I ain't gonna lie, regardless of anything I say, if you don't have a relationship with God and you don't have Jesus Christ in your heart, believe me when I tell you anything we say, listen, at the end of the day, that's what we all need. But honestly speaking, it's God's people that need to humble themselves, like people like me, God's children need to humble themselves and pray, turn from our wicked ways, that we hear from heaven and he'll heal the land. That's what God asks us to do. We have the power in our prayer and our submission to God to be able to fix the land that we're in. And then it will give us better judgment in the people that we choose to run and run our cities and our states and our counties and our country as a whole. Because right now we're voting blindly. A lot of us. That's the truth. I mean, I could get up here and say a whole lot, but at the end of the day, if God ain't in it, it ain't working. That's the truth. If God ain't in it, it ain't working. You can put all the effort you want to, but if God ain't in it, it ain't gonna work. And here's the thing about it, being a person that have a relationship with God, and I'm gonna tell you something. When you really, really submit to God, and you really, really give God what he wants out of you, I guarantee you God will show off to you in a way you never thought. Because one thing about God, when you worship and you praise him and you give him the glory and you give him the honor, and as you do it in a vast thing, and he asks you to heal the land, he ain't going to just heal the land. He going to bless you in a way you didn't even see that stuff coming. You're going to be overtaken. There's your city, your town, your country going to be overtaken with blessings. It's going to be milk and honey running everywhere. You ain't going to have room to take it. Now you're going to have to give some of it away because it's too much for you. And you're going to be overwhelmed. That is the power and the love of God towards his people when we surrender to it. But if we don't surrender to it, it's not going to happen. That's real talk. I'm a living witness to that. I trust God with everything. I don't trust man much at all. I love us. I love it, brothers and sisters in Christ. I love everybody God tells us to love, and I try to love and be the best that I can. But at the end of the day, if we don't have God and we don't have a relationship with God and we don't honor God and we don't humble ourselves with God, we don't understand the power in that. Imagine in your time period, you see that happen and God comes and he heals the land and you get to witness it. You get to witness God healing the land because you and your people prayed for it. And you get to witness it with your own eyes, a move of God where he comes to heal the land and he bless it. And now the people are thriving. Why? Because they turned to God. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I believe that's what's about to happen. I'm real talk. I believe that's what's about to happen. I believe, and I know a lot of people don't like Trump and don't like the election. They don't like what happened. But I'm going to be honest with you. I saw a miracle. And that was one of the reasons why I voted for Trump. And that was the reason why I said, man, I'm not saying he's the most God-fearing man. I said, but for some reason, God chose this man for this reason. No one can walk through what he's walking through and stand through what he's standing through on their own merit. They don't have that type of strength. I don't care who you are. You almost right now, he almost was looking invincible. I know he's not, but I said, man, God is with this man. It just everything that they threw at him let me know that God had his hand on his life for a time as such as this. Because I believe that God's people in the last 4 years has been crying out to God saying, God, we can't take no more. It's hard right now. And God heard their prayer and he caused the land, and now he's about to heal the land. You're right. They're going to want out. You're right. And he will heal the people and he will heal the land. Like I said, and listen, at the end of the day, God is good. We can talk a whole lot of back and forth, smack, and this and that. But at the end of the day, there is no better thing that we can do but to turn to God. And that's real talk. And and rather, and Sons of Thunder, how you doing? And listen, rather you agree with it or not, and some may feel some kind of way, but that's just my personal belief. I really feel like witnessing, I feel like I witnessed a miracle when I watched this campaign and all that they were trying to do, because this is exactly what Satan would do if he really wanted, if he was going after somebody. All of the stuff that you've seen going after this man. And it's like, why would you stay in this race? There's nothing beneficial to this, you Trump. Like you can't, there is nothing to benefit you in this, Trump. You get nothing out of this. You was there for 4 years and you lost over $1 billion. You never even took the paycheck the 4 years you was there. What do you get out of this? Why you even come back to this? Look how they treating you to the point where they trying to kill you. Why are you still here, Trump? You should be giving, bro, you should give up. They are trying to take you out of here now. Satan can't stand. He mad at you for whatever reason. He mad at you. But yet I'm watching all of this take place. And meanwhile, Trump still stays in there. I'm like, why? And I said, I got to, I was already behind it then. And I still was, wanted to vote for Trump, and I wanted him back in office because I remember what he did the 4 years compared to what the 4 years we had with that mess. And I already was going to vote for him. But then I looked and I said, I said, okay, God, I see what you're doing. I see it. And this was a while ago, before they even shot at him. I seen it. And I said, and I felt God like I need to put the gas in here and I need to do my part. Even if it means I'm going to be ridiculed, even if it means I'm going to be disrespected, even if it means I'm going to be called all types of names, coon, whatever case, I said, God, I'm 100% okay with it because I see what you're trying to do through him and I'm all in. And I went full steam. And not only did Trump win this election, you got to look at all of the things that he beat. Not just, he beat Kamala Harris. No, he beat Joe Biden. He beat Kamala Harris. He beat Obama. He beat LeBron James. He beat Beyonce. He beat Oprah Winfrey. He beat the court systems. He beat the law enforcement. He beat Alvin Bragg. All of these people that was coming after him, he beat the white liberals. He beat the black community that hated him. He beat the racism that was calling him. He was beating and beating and beating and beating everything. No one wins 100% of the time unless God is with you. He was like Daniel in the lion's den. Because I'm like, there is nothing in this for you. You are a billionaire. You can go sit at home and enjoy your life. Why would you come back to this? And it's worse now than it was then. I'm like, man, bro, if you're willing to take all that, then I ain't no excuse for me. I take the abuse too. And I took a lot. It ain't as bad as it was, but I took a lot of abuse. But I was cool with it. I was cool. I was like, bring it. And now we got him in office. And he already made common sense changes that needed to be done a long time ago. And believe me when I tell you, it's going to take about 2 years before you really see the full manifestation of it. But we've already have seen strides already quickly. And this man don't quit. I'm trying to figure out where he get this energy at his age. Because whatever it is he's taking, and I know that, God is strengthening him. But if that brother's doing some amazing stuff right now. I'm sorry. I feel like Trump is like, if you watch this campaign, he was doing 2 to 3 rallies a day at his age. He'd be in one state, get in the plane, jump, fly to another state, do another rally, and sit up there and talk for an hour and a half easy. And then when you look at Kamala Harris, she was burnt out. Trump been campaigning for the last 4 years. You ain't been campaigning for 4 months and you burnt out already. How you gonna run a country and you can't even run a campaign for a couple of months? And you burnt out already. I seen her they had her on the camera on the side of her airplane, inside the airplane. She was burnt out. You seen her burnt out. She was like, really burnt out. It was crazy. It was crazy. But I thank y'all for coming in on Freestyle Fridays. I appreciate it. That's what I call Freestyle Fridays. Because I don't know where I'm going to go. I don't know how it's going to go. What I'm going to say out of my mouth. But I really, really appreciate everyone that's hanging out with it, brother. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And for everybody that's on this live, I will be back live again on Sunday at 11:30 a.m. For those that are interested, don't know what the subject going to be, but, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Again, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Help this channel grow. Help a brother do some great things. Warrior for Christ, what's up, my brother? How are you today, my brother? Good to see you, my brother. Hope all is well with you, my brother. God bless you, bro. God bless you, man. If you guys, I don't know if y'all ever watch it, but Warrior for Christ, man, he got a very, very good channel. And every time he comes on my live, I try to put him out there, man, because he got a really, really good channel, man. He a gunhead like me, man, but his content is off the roof. And if you guys get a chance, check him out. His page is Warrior for Christ. And I like the name in itself. So that should tell you right there. If you're a Jesus head like we are, you should be over there supporting my brother, man, making things great happening for him too. And with that said, I'm going to get up out of here. And like I always say, man, make sure that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. And we're about to make America great again. And we're about to do it big. and we're about to do it great. And I love y'all, and y'all have a blessed day. Peace.